Candace, why do I keep choosing the same type of partner? Newsflash, it's not you who's choosing, it's your nervous system until we do the inner child work and heal. Watch this video. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please click the little subscribe button and the bell to receive notification when I release new videos. And if you've been with us for a while, thank you so much. I just want to mention the Patreon link. If you join Patreon, you will get a worksheet or some exercises post every video. If you also join Tier 3, you can ask me a question every single month via email, kind of like coaching. So I hope you'll join us there. Let's dive into this. I get so many questions a week about attracting the same type of partner. Or, Candace, I can't tell because he seems so perfect or she seems so perfect. And then over time, it's like the same scenario. This is what I'm going to say, and it's completely the reality. Unless you do the inner child work and you heal past traumas and you really focus on the nervous system is choosing for you. Now, you may think that's confusing because why would my nervous system choose someone toxic? Especially if they don't look toxic. Like, how does that work? Well, if you have inner child wounds, or you came from a dysfunctional home, or you've had some emotional trauma that goes on, or physical, or whatever type. I like to talk about emotional trauma because any trauma is also emotional, right? So if we had any kind of emotional neglect or emotional abandonment or trauma, and we haven't fully healed that, our nervous system is wired to that familiarity. It's familiar. It feels like home. Right? Especially if you go from relationship to relationship, you haven't healed that relationship, you're going to attract from the place of the not healing place of the other relationship. This can get really confusing, but I'm going to try to break it down in a way that seems more simple. Our nervous system feels like love if it reminds us of our childhood experience. Even if we've done some inner child work, if our nervous system hasn't healed, meaning you're sleeping well at night, you're not drinking a lot and doing all these other things to bury feelings. You're not escaping with ideas that do a bypass. You're not band-aiding stuff, but you've really gone there in your emotional world. You've gotten real about how you feel so that you can start to heal. And you've done that with a lot of pain from your past. If you've done that work and you know it, because now when you're around people, you have the discernment and boundaries. When you're around people that upset your nervous system, instead of saying, oh, I'm not healed enough to handle them, you have the healed boundary that says, oh, that person's probably not right for me, or that person feels toxic for me. That's a healed nervous system. When you start to feel, oh, I trust what I feel, I'm not going to choose that. But oftentimes when we're in toxic relationships that mirror our family dynamic or our old experiences, it says, uh-oh, I've got to do something to change or fix myself or do differently so that they don't get upset so I don't have to feel this. So we have to really listen to our nervous system. When we're in a relationship and we connect really, really quickly and dive in and fall in love with someone before we even know who they are, trauma response. That means I've had some attachment injury, anxious attachment, right? A lot of people who get into toxic relationships do struggle with anxious attachment style. I need to be connected. They're my whole person. They're my world. And then eventually, after month 6, you start seeing who they really are. And you're like, oh my God, this feels bad. How does it feel bad when it looked so amazing? Because the nervous system chose it for you. The nervous system is wired subconsciously. So we don't see what's in front of us. We see what's going to happen. We see the trauma we're attracted to, right? So to really start to heal these patterns and not allow your wounded nervous system, your inner child wounds, to choose your partner, we've got to do that work. We've got to get to the place where we notice things, and instead of doing that excuse of, oh, there's something wrong with me, that's why I keep choosing, or, oh, there's something wrong with me, that's why I can handle it. Let's reframe that. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm just noticing triggers. I'm going to guarantee you or someone you know in childhood felt something that was wrong or not feeling good, and the parent said, you're just too sensitive, you're making it up, everything's fine. We were gaslit. So what we do is we gaslight ourselves. If you haven't seen my video about stop gaslighting yourself, please check that out a few weeks ago. But we gaslight ourselves to say, oh, he's probably not that bad, even though I totally saw that red flag. He's so amazing in every other way, and he makes me feel safe. What we also forget when we have inner child wounds or we have some nervous system issues is that being safe means emotionally safe. It doesn't mean, oh, they can take care of me, and oh, that's fun, and they get along with my friends, and he's nice to me most of the time, or she's great. No, it means emotional safety. I can share my total truth with you, and you're going to make me feel comfortable, and you're going to sit there with me. A good example is, hey, honey, coming from love, that thing you just did, I know you didn't mean to do it, but it kind of makes me insecure when you talk to that girl over there. A toxic person would be like, why would that make you feel anything? Are you insecure? A healthy relationship, the person would say, oh my gosh, I wouldn't even thought that way. Of course I don't mean that, but if that makes you feel uncomfortable, let's talk about that. Let's figure out what that could be. Let's work together. Let's not separate at any sign of threat or any sign of defensiveness. Let's do this together. So one of the more important things in this work is to realize, people say to me, Candace, do I have to be alone until I heal? No. You actually don't need to be alone to heal, but what you do need is to be in a very healthy, solid relationship. A securely attached relationship helps us heal emotional trauma. It just really does. So you guys, if you want more help with this, please check the links below. Inner work starts the first week of October. We're diving deep, 3 people or less in the group. Very small groups, 8 weeks diving deep. If you haven't done shadow work, please check it out. Healing the mother, father, and tribal wounds. Any boundary work, Boundaries Bootcamp is below. Please check everything out. If you have any questions, join Patreon and send me an email. I can't wait to see you guys again. Have a good week.